Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Bwtm Sports. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button, like, and share the video. Last time I checked, this was Bwtm Sports. The last time I checked, it was never the Tyson Fury fan club. Let me make something categorically clear to you all out there. And I'm only doing this video once. This channel, these videos, are not based on personalities. Okay? I don't do videos based on a person's personality. I do videos based on the situation as it is. You might not like what I have to say, but you can only respect it. Now, I said something way back in my videos about the Tyson Fury situation, way back to when he came back, just before he came back. And you remember all that time he kept saying he was going to come back, and he during the year, and he didn't come back. I said every time he opens his mouth and he's talking, he's saying things, and he's contradicting what he's saying. Each and every time he does that, it loses more and more respect. I can only work with what I have been given or what is out there. If a man sits there and tells me he's going to do one, two, three, four, and he goes and does four, three, two, one, then he's not doing as he says he was. Now, I like Tyson Fury. I've got no reason to hate Tyson Fury. In fact, I've got no reason to hate anybody. So this script, this line that people come out and say, I hate Tyson Fury. No, it's not that I hate Tyson Fury. I just can't deal with the BS. Don't tell me that you're going to come back and do what Muhammad Ali did. Muhammad Ali came back off a long layoff and he fought the top four, top five heavyweights in the world before he went on to become to challenge Joe Frazier for the heavyweight championship of the world. Tyson Fury said he was going to come back and do the same thing. The fact of the matter is he fought Safa Safiri, Pianetta, then fought Deontay Wilder, then went on to fight Swartz and Otto Walling. That is not what Muhammad Ali did. Those guys are not in the same class. I mean, let's put Deontay Wilder aside to 1 second. Right? No, not in the same class. All right? The only really bona fide guy out there that Tyson fought in that comeback trail seriously is Deontay Wilder. And there's the second thing. Please don't bring up the race card. Please do not bring up the race card. Because anybody who knows me knows that I don't play that race card nonsense. You're a good boxer or you're not a good boxer. It's as simple as that. You can fight or you can't fight. You know, don't come here bringing that toxic energy and talking that toxic stuff. Keep it to yourself. Listen, I don't mind people inboxing me and sending me messages, but don't tell me how to run my channel. Please don't tell me how to run my channel. And I'll call you out for what you say and what you're saying. Has Tyson Fury been doing things that I can respect in the last has Tyson Fury been doing things that I can respect over the last 2 to 3 years? Yeah, he came back from you know he says for mental health issues. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. I suffered from something called chronic fatigue syndrome for 7 years of my life. That wasn't self-inflicted. I didn't smoke, drink, and go and have drugs, but I overcame that. All right, so I understand about illness and depression. I get all that. I understand that. I live in a real world, but don't pull things out to be something that they're not. I appreciate Tyson's journey, him coming back, but I don't see people giving Jenny Jacobs the same sort of accolades for coming back from a guy who had cancer. Right? My man had cancer, life-threatening cancer, and he came back from that. and he became champion of the world. I don't hear people talking about that. Or Vinny Panzienza, who had a car accident, could hardly move, and he came back and he became world champion. I don't celebrate personalities. If you're not doing what you should be doing, you're a professional fighter. If you're not in shape and you're not living the life as a professional fighter, I'm going to call you upon it. I called out Errol Spence for him being out of shape and blowing up like a balloon in between fights. I've called out Javante Davis. They're not white. I've called them out. I called out Deontay Wilder at a point in time and told him, that you're fighting guys who are cab drivers, and why am I going to celebrate you for that? When he beat Stavern to become world champion, and he's gone as he's done what he's had to do. Do you understand? He's gone about his business and probably one of the best managed fighters in the world today. And while I'm at it, just shout out to Deontay Wilder for his role in I think he's in Magnum PI. He's got a role. He's acting in a role as Noah, right? I want to explain something to some people, right? I respect people's opinions, but when they're talking rubbish, I'm going to tell you straight out, you're talking rubbish. I'm not here to celebrate personalities. This is not the personality channel. If you want personality, go somewhere else. If you don't like what I'm saying, nobody's forcing you to watch YouTube on this channel, go elsewhere. Right? Please, please, please stop it. Stop it. Right? And you don't know what you're talking about. Well, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. The difference between me and you is that I get out there and I talk to people, and you might not want to give me credit for what I do. That's your business. You might want to be ignorant, ignore what I do. That's your business. But more often than not, I'm getting it right. So something must be up with that. And you think all the years talking to all these top trainers and managers, that you learn something about the sport. It's not all about, see, people celebrate personalities and don't listen to interviews. So when I'm talking to you about Tyson Fury, this is a guy that I've spoken to for years and studied. You know what I mean? And he has shown himself to be consistently inconsistent. He's shown himself over and over and over again to be a great showman, but his fights are not that exciting. John Fury came out and said about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder that if he fights Deontay Wilder, what will happen to him? Go back and listen to the interviews just after the first Wilder fight and how people responding to that fight, family members. That's what interviews are there for. You go back and listen to them, celebrating people, right? But I'm not here to celebrate people as such. I'm here to deliver a balanced message. And I'm not going to, just for you or for people out there, just to please you, tell you or give you a narrative that suits you. If you don't like it, go elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? So I've said about Fury before he stepped back in the ring what I thought. And the man is constantly contradicting himself. Said one thing or do something else. Say one thing, do something else. And the one thing I give this man kudos for is that he, in this rebirth of Fury, this part of Fury now, he's become a marketing genius, which is capitalizing on those marketing opportunities, whether it be the WWE, whether it be BT Sports, whether it be Top Rank, whether it be fighting in America. He has capitalized on that, okay? And I give Fury all the credit in the world. Why do I hate Fury? This nonsense people talk. People can't articulate themselves, so they have to say things like, "You hate someone." Why would I have a bone in my body to hate Tyson Fury? You know what I mean? This guy, and the interviews I did with him and his family. Unfortunately, the interview I did with him that went all around the world in all the newspapers, it was, it put Bwtm on the map. So why would I hate Tyson Fury? What a stupid thing to think. I don't hate the guy. I just I'm just not a fan of like something that's going on in terms of the boxing side of things. That's the thing I don't understand. I don't understand that, right? And I have to say this, you know. Um, so I've got no reason to hate Fury. No reason whatsoever. There's another point I was going to make as well. But I've got no reason to hate him. And the other thing is, some other garbage that people come up with. Oh, it's since Peter left Tyson. That's why you don't like Tyson. Nothing to do with that. You never ever heard me say I don't like Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury does what he's doing for his career and his family is fabulous. How many people are claiming you hate Fury? A couple of Twitter lemons, I suppose. Well, yeah. So I just want to make it clear. So if I really hated Fury, would I have him? Would I really have a Furious collection on my channel? Because people talk absolute nonsense, right? I give you the opportunity to, talk to me privately on Twitter, and then you go out and you take kindness for weakness. Well, it doesn't work that way. So now you've blown an opportunity. So I'm sorry. Um, I don't. I'm not going to be dictated to by someone else telling me how I should run my channel and what I should say. If you feel strongly about things, so strongly, start your own YouTube channel and speak your narrative on the channel. Okay, so that's it really. I don't hate Tyson Fury. I don't hate Peter Fury. I don't hate Hughie Fury. But I'm not, on the same hand, going to turn around and tell you a whole heap of stuff that are not true. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. All right? I said he got a allergic reaction to Wilder's punching power. You saw the man get dropped twice by Deontay Wilder. Uh, So, I mean, I don't understand. People, if they want to carry on with the narrative that Fury's the greatest thing since sliced bread, well, go ahead. Believe it. Believe it. I'm not telling you not to. So, for the last time, I don't hate Tyson Fury, but I'm not so far up his ass that I can't see the um, the gamesmanship and the salesman. And by the way, just to also say this, this is another pay per view, by the way. Fury fighting, um, if it's on BT Sports showing it, it'll be another pay per view. Another smart move by Fury to get another pay per view a number in. Very smart. So another pay per view event coming up. I wouldn't be surprised. If it's a free event on BT, I'll be surprised. It's frustrating that people seem the need to have an increasing amount of clarification. They heard one thing and they misinterpret it as malicious. I know, but do you know what, Ben? I have to do this. Fury wants to cash out before he faces the inevitable. Wilder's right hand can't really be upset at him. No, I've said it before. It's a cash out. It's a build up of a cash out. So you might not like what I'm saying, but time will tell. And then when it happens, I hope that you can come back and apologize for the nonsense drivel that comes out. The opinions of boxing fans, especially over the past couple of years since it's become more popular with the internet and Sky Sports, need to be taken with a pinch of salt, of course. But I'm doing this video so you can go back and listen to over and over and over and over again until you get into your skulls. And I say thick skulls because if I hated Tyson Fury, would I really have his videos on my channel? If I really hate, why would I hate Tyson Fury? This stupidity. If you go and look at my channel and you look at the video Bayloric TV goes global, it's all about all those the Tyson Fury story that was on every single newspaper in the world. Why the hell would I hate Tyson Fury? You know, the only thing that bothers me is that for me, Tyson Fury, I think his best years are being wasted in fighting poor opposition and now in the WWE when I'd love to see him go on and fight Deontay Wilder, do his business with Deontay Wilder, or fight Anthony Joshua, or fight Andy Ruiz, or fight just the best heavyweights in the world, not fight Otto Wallin and flipping Tom Schwartz. And if you can justify that, then that's the problem with boxing today. If you can justify that, That's not the best fighting the best, I'm afraid to say. So if you want to carry on by the linear heavyweight champion of the world and say he's the linear heavyweight champion of the world, he's making a mockery of the sport. So the only thing I don't like is Fury's big mouth. It doesn't correspond with his resume and his fighting style. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So I've said it before. He talks tremendously great, but his fight is under deliver. So yeah, um, if you truly believe, if you really, really believe that Tyson Fury really wants that fight with Deontay Wilder, then fine. I can't think of one fighter who's fought Vlad and Wilder both. Cash out though. I mean, let's put it this way. I think it's you can call it cash out. I would call it more securing your future. That even if it goes wrong against Wilder, you've made so much money in the bank and you've exhausted every other option possible. What odds could we get for Fury being the first person to hold the world heavyweight boxing title and WWE wrestling at the same time? Great odds. I'd put money on it. Unless he's got to beat Cain Velasquez. I mean, you'll have Brock versus Fury, and you've got Cain Velasquez versus Fury. And the way Brock was looking at Cain Velasquez, and Cain Velasquez can fight. But somebody said, I said Cain Velasquez could hurt Fury, and the person that was talking to me on Twitter said Cain Velasquez can't hurt Fury. I don't think this guy knows who Cain Velasquez actually is. I tell you something now about these UFC fighters, right? Stand up ain't great, but if they grab you by your legs and pull you down, you don't care. If you're 6 foot 7 or whatever, they pull you down and you're in trouble because when they get you ground and pounding, you're in serious trouble. I respect the sport. I respect the UFC sport and the wrestling sport. I do respect it. I keep stressing this point, but go over Fury's resume. Apart from Wilder and Klitschko, he hasn't fought anyone sea level, domestic, and Euro levels, and some have dropped him. That's my point. Kicks are more effective than punches. There's ground game there too. See, but the person I talked to said there's no way Cain thought I was being disrespectful by saying Cain Velasquez would hurt him. Cain Velasquez will hurt Tyson Fury. He will hurt Tyson Fury. He will hurt Tyson Fury. I'm telling you now. And you watch all the times that Tyson's gesturing and you know it's most of the time, all the time Tyson's saying, "Come on, then let's have a fight." It's people. There's always security guards around him. Listen, yeah, Cain Velasquez is a serious, serious hombre, man. Don't mess about with Cain Velasquez. Don't mess about with Cain Velasquez. This is where WWE Fury had to sell out to beat a way smaller Steve Cunningham. This no, I'm not even saying these things now. These are other people talking here, right? His boxing skills are overrated. He has mental lapses which causes him to get touched more than he should. Steve Cunningham dropped him. I've said that about the mental lapses. All the things you're mentioning here, I've mentioned before, right? Fury's a good fighter. Greatest fighter in the heavyweight division? No, I don't know about that. He's not the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division. Fury admitted years ago his brother Shane, I think, would manhandle him when wrestling, as he was 5 stones lighter than him. Oh, this is it, man. Nobody's going to bite for too long, man. You know, you're talking about other people's legacies as well. Cain Velasquez is going to allow himself to get whooped by Tyson Fury. No, I don't think so somehow. But then maybe it'll happen. But I wouldn't put it past a Velasquez Fury fight. Which fails more though? Brock Lesnar and Tyson Fury, or Cain Velasquez and Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury and Cain Velasquez have history. But let's just see how he gets past this first WWE scripted match. But yeah, I expect to see pay per view. Don't know how much they're going to charge for that pay per view event, but what would you rather watch now? Tyson Fury and this guy in WWE with Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez, or KSI on Paul Logan? What would you rather see? I know what I'd rather be watching, scripted or not. I'd rather watch that. There's no way you're gonna make. I'm paying £10 to watch two guys, limited, limited, meaning one fight or two fights as amateurs to fight as pros. Come on, man. Now Usyk's just talking. This Usyk's just talking that stuff to build his profile. Usyk's only talking that stuff to build his profile. Usyk needs to talk because nobody knows who the hell Usyk is, right? I love Usyk, but Usyk needs to talk. He needs to get himself his face out there, all right? That's the reason why Usyk is talking the way Usyk's talking. That's the only reason why Usyk's talking, because Usyk is meant to fight. If Joshua beats Ruiz, then Usyk will fight Joshua. But if that goes amiss, then of course they've got to line up something else instead. So it's just promotion, all right? So don't worry about Usyk. Usyk's not bad blood. Usyk's not that kind of guy. Usyk's just talking at the moment to try and sell a potential fight and draw some attention his way. Bearing in mind, Usyk's fighting Chaz Witherspoon, a very easy touch. Well, and for Usyk's standard, he's an easy touch. So it's just to get attention on him. That's all that is. Usyk has to mention Wilder to divert attention away from the fight. He's fighting a dude that nobody cares about. Absolutely. So yeah, that's what it is. Don't fall for that nonsense, man. Don't fall for that nonsense. Usyk has to. It's the same card that's been played over and over and over again. You know, talk nonsense to divert the attention to what you're really fighting on Saturday night. What I've done 35. I don't know. I think when his reflexes start going, not many men over 35 have won in big clashes historically. He would fight much longer. I don't know. I don't know. Good question. But yeah, I just wanted to do that video to clear that up. I'm just sick and tired and fed up of these Fury fans. I'm a fan of boxing, right? I'm a fan of boxing, right? I'm a fan of boxing, and I didn't start watching boxing in 2010, all right? I'm a fan of boxing. I like to think I'm a bit of a student of the sport, and I'm not having. I actually give Usyk some chance of beat Wilder. He's got quicker reflexes than most heavyweights, and his footwork's solid. Listen, I said it before. Usyk can be doing all that nice stuff he's doing, but if he gets hit by a right hand from Wilder, he is getting KO'd straight. Yeah, and I'm not asking, I'm telling. Usyk will get hurt if he decides to stand in front of Wilder and get hit with that right hand. He's got to be constantly moving. If Wilder's 35, can he land effectively? It's a question. Yeah, okay. Oh, um, why not? George Foreman landed when he was 46, right? George Foreman landed when he was 46. The last thing you lose in boxing is your punch. The thing is, it's not about his age. It's about if he gets beat or when he gets beat, how he responds. If he gets knocked out sensationally by some guy in a round or two, how did he come back from that? Wilder's never lost. Fury's never lost. So these guys are great when they're up and they've got the confidence up. But when they lose, are they the same fighter? Prince Nazim Habib, when he got beat, was never the same fighter afterwards. Kell Brook was never the same fighter afterwards. You know, these guys have got long unbeaten runs and then they get beat. So, hand speed is essential. Hand speed goes down after 35. If Wilder gets. Well, yeah, maybe so. You're right, as usual, Ingram. If a way slower belly can catch him, what would Wilder do? There we go. Listen, his own ex-trainer, James Alibashir, not a dude over keyboard typing, knows Usyk's strengths and weaknesses inside out. Usyk doesn't have better reflexes. He isn't faster than Wilder. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. Wilder is faster than Usyk. Um, I don't know about all that. I don't know about that. I don't know how a cruiserweight fighter. I don't know how a cruiserweight fighter is going to be slower than a heavyweight fighter who relies on fast combination punching and getting out. I'm not sure about that bit. I don't know about that bit. I don't know about Wilder being faster than Usyk. I don't know about that. Wilder's faster than most heavyweights because he's light, but he's not fast. I don't think he's faster than Usyk because Usyk's been fighting lighter guys moving up to heavyweight. So I mean, this is a guy that fought for Sean Porter as an amateur. So listen, I'm not one of those people that sleep on Wilder's skills. So listen, I'm not one of those guys. All right, I'm one of those guys that are yeah okay. I he might you might think he's faster than Usyk, but the fact is Usyk is technically better than Wilder by far. Technically better boxing ability, technically far more skilled than Wilder, but Wilder has that right hand, which is the equalizer. I don't think he's fast, so Usyk gets hit all the time. Yeah, okay. Well, Wilder was getting nailed by Tyson Fury. You know, he was getting nailed by Molina. Okay, he was getting nailed by. You remember that? There's a lot of guys that Wilder's been nailed by. He got knocked down by Harold Sconias. Okay, so he can be hurt, and he has been dropped. So all this stuff we talk about Wilder and the guys, he looks better fighting B-level heavyweights who are flat-footed. Well, Wilder looks good against fighting against guys that are flat-footed as well. Whatever you say for Usyk, I can say for Wilder, and I'm a Wilder fan, so don't get it twisted. But Wild Usyk's coach says he will keep getting backed up, but the way to test that is versus Wilder. So Usyk is an incredible fighter. I'll say that much, and that's only because of James Uncle Bashir, and he's told me about Usyk and what Usyk can do. So we'll have to wait and see. Won't get past Wilder's jab. I don't know about that bit. I don't know about that bit. Lesser guys than look, mate. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor, um, and check out Wilder's fight against Arthur Spilker. I say no more. The Arthur Spilker fight. Arthur Spilker was boxing rings around Deontay Wilder. Okay, it was boxing rings about Deontay Wilder, and Spilker is nowhere skilled as Usyk. So anybody who wants to come with the Wilder's faster than Usyk argument, let's just deal with some facts here. Go look at Wilder versus Spilker. Yeah, I thought you'd go quiet in the room. If I'm Usyk, I look at the Spilker fight, and Spilker can't box like Usyk. Spilker don't throw punches like Usyk. Spilker don't throw a combination like Usyk. Spilker ain't got foot speed like Usyk. Spilker ain't got hand speed like Usyk. Spilker ain't got boxing IQ like Usyk. So come on, talk to me about Usyk and Wilder. That's what I'm saying to you. Usyk can be doing all that stuff he's doing, but one right hand from Wilder, and Usyk could be looking up the lights. So it's whether Usyk can keep that right hand away for 12 rounds. Wilder essentially ended Spill's career after that. Spill, yeah, we know that. We know that. But before he landed before that short right hand, yeah, but how can you say he's improved? How can how can you say he's improved? I'm not sure if you can say he's improved since the Spilka fight because Ancient Ortiz caught Wilder as well. And you're gonna sit there and tell me Ancient Ortiz it's got better boxing ability than Usyk. Come on, man. Ancient Ortiz. And he nailed Wilder. So okay, if you have the argument that Wilder's improved since the Spilka fight, explain to me about the Lewis Ortiz fight. I know he was grossly off balance when he was fighting um, Spilka. So okay, but this wasn't what the video is about. This is about the Tyson Fury thing. So I just want to clarify some things about Tyson Fury supporters. I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is not the Tyson Fury fan club. I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is not the Tyson Fury YouTube channel. But and just to clarify for the last time, I'm not a Fury hater. Never have been. Never will be. Just some of the antics I'm just not impressed with. Yeah. You said until he got knocked out, yes, but again, you're forgetting the key factor here. The thing that makes you feel happy is that he knocked out Spilker. But what you're not paying attention to is that Spilker is nowhere near the same class as Alexander Usyk, who's used to fighting big guys. That is where a lot of boxing fans lose it, and that's why I capitalize on it. And that's why when these big fights come around, and I tell you about these fights, you all don't listen because you don't study the tape. The blueprint is there to beat him. That Spilka fight, and not only that, do I have to take you to the fight when he fought what's this geeze's name again? He was winning the fight for 4 rounds. I can't remember his name again. I can't remember his name. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There you see, Gerald Washington. Wilder can be outboxed. He can be outboxed. So please don't come in here saying that Wilder can't be outboxed. He can be outboxed and he outboxed by guys who can't really box. Gerald Washington is damn well no boxer. Wilder's punching power. You talking like Spilka was beating Wilder on scorecard. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh lord. Somebody educate this guy in the room. Alright, I'm out of here. Have a good evening. Take care. I'm out.